Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
At the very same time that America refused to give the Negro any land, our government was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest, which meant that it was willing to undergird its white peasants from Europe with an economic floor. But not only did they give the land, they built land-grant colleges with government money to teach them how to farm. Not only that, they provided county agents to further their expertise in farming. Not only that, they provided low interest rates in order that they could mechanize their farms. Not only that, today many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. And this is what we are faced with, and this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
I remember when the ATL wasn't banging, now they banging, 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 banging. Niggas throwing sets and them bullets start ringing, bitches banging, 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 banging. I remember when the ATL wasn't banging, now they banging, 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 banging. Niggas throwing sets and them bullets start ringing like bang, bang, oh, bang, bang, bitch, nigga, bang, 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 bang.
Bitch, yeah.
Hate me now, enemies gon' hate me now. Enemies gon' hate me now, enemies gon' hate me now. Hate me now, enemies. Hustlers got some mana, but I handle that, so hate me now. Got the Louis Slugger, you better cover when I hit a foul. You better be so quick to get it hip when the fist don't show. All my niggas with me creeping slow, and we on that blow. That I use, searching for an easy man. Demon in me wakes, now I shake and don't feel okay. Yeah, I'm terrified in my mind, so corrupted too. Feel so blizzo, hizzo, off that snizzo, but still keep it smooth. Evil prince, stay so blitz, busy down with Psycho Mike. Scheming, leaning all throughout the night, down in Metro Height. Bitch, you getting sprayed from grenades when I put up here. Gets a P, here with me, and we always going in. Shaking in my bed, hating leaves you where y'all dead. Don't you rest so tears up, call your blizz up when I'm on my man. I face so much crime, stay inside. I have on my mind. Please don't shoot your kids on, send you his on, get your miss on ride. Enemies so close to me, especially gon' hate me now. Motivated jealousy, but still I elevate somehow. Violent face all in my space, deep inside you hating me. Take that loaded Glock 19 and kill that kind with courtesy. Enemies so close to me, especially gon' hate me now. Motivated jealousy, but still I elevate somehow. Violent face all in my space, deep inside you hating me. Take that loaded Glock 19 and kill that kind with courtesy. Hate me now, enemies gon' hate me now. Hate me now, enemies.
You hate me now, nigga, damn, I thought we was cool. You hate me now, I thought we was cool.
You mad at me now, but all I do is laughing. Then chop a bullet, split him up like he a fraction. He ran up on me, think it's chicken, now he past tense. Yes, I am evil Prince, but also Trey, so blast him. I catch him loafing, I'ma up the gun and let it bust. I got them niggas in the car ready to shoot shit up. You mention me, boy, I'm a killer, best not test your luck. Your bitch a groupie, all up in my DMs tryna fuck. These niggas lying in they songs, you know they capping. I'm on the block, I put in work, you niggas slacking. My nigga get jammed up and then we go and post bail. But if your nigga run up, we gon' send his ass to hell. Ain't have a ruler, kept a ruler when I was in school. I'm hitting ops with this stick like I'm playing pool.
Yo, peace, peace, peace. What's going on? What's happening, y'all? So yesterday I asked a question. Simple enough in terms of wording, complex enough to believe that I could get a comprehensive answer, right? Why are my diesel prices so damn high? That was the question that I asked. Simple, like I said, simple enough, comprehensive enough to get a solid answer. You know, but the only way that you can get a solid answer, you got to have a solid foundation on what the fuck you're talking about. That's the only way. The only way. So let me explain. Most people would consider me a libertarian. Most people. I would agree that my foundation, my political foundation is libertarianism. I 100% agree with that. Now, that's not to say that I am a libertarian. I'm not. But principally speaking, I got libertarian philosophy. You know what I'm saying? Individualism, stark constitutionalist, blase, blase. You can modify certain principles within your philosophy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong at all. Like me, I'm a reparationist. Libertarians ain't reparationists. I understand the concept of modern monetary theory. Libertarians don't fuck with that. They Mises economists. They don't fuck with no shit dealing with modern monetary theory and government intuition and shit like that. They don't deal with that. So I can modify my foundation in order to fit who I am as a person. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Never said you couldn't do that. Then you got niggas that's stuck in quicksand. They just stuck, flailing around, going deeper and deeper down into the sand. Now, why do they do this? Because they ain't got no foundation. They don't stand on nothing politically, like at all. You know what I'm saying? Their sole duty is to be contrarian to the opposite party. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So me, political foundation, black son, politically in quicksand. Meaning that the nigga gets so bound up in the jungle of words with him going on babbling about nothing, he contradicts himself constantly. Like every other sentence is a contradiction of the 2 sentences before that. I can make a 30-minute compilation video right now, giving you the reasons Black Son said, not me. I ain't say shit. The reason Black Son said he was voting for Trump. I know the shit's by heart. Number 1, low gas prices. Number 2, stopping the Ukraine conflict. Number 3, closing the border, mass deportation. Now the nigga is batting 1 for 3 right now. And the one hit that he do got is currently under review. Because I've created a mass of videos on TFP showing that the numbers of the mass deportations year over year are not even that of Biden's. I give you the closing of the border. I give you that. But the closing of the border is inconsequential to whatever the fuck you got going on, Black Son. That don't affect you one way or another. Yeah, you know it don't. That's not to say that it's still not a principle to have. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's inconsequential. Me and Ricardo just a couple of weeks ago were discussing Sean Duffy's implementation of the reading and writing test for CDL, which me and him both agreed on. So you can't make an argument for me to be in a Democratic position because you know I ain't. You know that shit. But because I have a foundation, I'm able to discern whether it's on the left or the right, what's right and what's wrong. When you don't have a foundation, it's hard for you to do that. In fact, it's impossible. Because you spend most of your time flailing around trying to keep your head above water. Or in this situation, sand. I got up this morning, y'all, again, I said yesterday, I've been working hella late, like real late. Reason being is because I'm getting these trailers late in the late afternoon to noon, not late afternoon, late morning to noon time. And I'm driving 500 miles back to Georgia. So I've been working hella late, you know what I'm saying? I get up this morning. I saw Black Son made a video. I said, okay, Black Son made a video. Let's see what you're talking about here. It was a Bible session. I left a comment under the video explaining why I believed it was a Bible session. I get out my truck, drop my other trailer, get ready to get my other trailer. I come get back in my truck. He live. I said, oh shit, I can catch him. He was supposed to be talking about the fact that the United States is supposed to be sending ground troops and how he think it's a bad idea, which I agree. As soon as I stepped on the comment section, I was able to derail the whole nigga talking point. And it went left from there. It went left. Now all of a sudden this nigga is multifaceted, multi-layered. No, you ain't, nigga. You're a liar. You're a liar. Ain't nothing multi-layered about you. Again, I got the videos. I can clip them and make a video about it. So you're a liar. But again, that's okay. All I want to know is if you're going to give me rationale behind why me and you are paying high-ass diesel prices. That's all I want to know. I didn't ask to be taken around the world to you to come to a conclusion. That's all I want to know. I think that's an important discussion, especially for me and you. But again, it's your role to put us in a contrarian type dialogue. That's your role. I don't have to do that. Now, some people say that I'm the ultimate contrarian, which I can take that mantle. That's fine. I have a competitive spirit. That's okay. But I'm also linear in comprehensive dialogue. I can take one topic and we can focus on that topic, have a discussion, broaden the scale, and leave it at that. I ain't got to take you a million miles away from what we're supposed to be talking about to try to deflect on what the current topic is. I don't have to do that. In your video today, you said, and correct me if I'm wrong, you talked about American hegemony, right? I think me and you can agree that this is about oil. Now, keep that in y'all back pocket. We can agree this is about oil. A dumbass in his comments came in his comments and told me that Iran got nuclear weapons and all this type of shit, and it's about protecting America. Then Black Son came back around and agreed with that. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, Negro. You just said it was about oil and American hegemony and all that shit. Now we're going back to 2003, weapons of mass destruction. Flailing in the quicksand, contradiction after contradiction. I mean, is this making sense to anybody? I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out. Then he asked me a question while accusing me of having a troll account. Now, this is what pissed me off. After this, I left, right? He accused me of having a troll account and told me to ask one question. Again, deflecting from the original point. Did Trump close the border? Closing the border is blurring the lines. Ain't no border closed. Did he stop asylum seekers on the border? Yeah, of course. Will there be a punishment for that? Yeah, there will be. Again, like I said, I hope everybody ready for reparations. Not for your black ass. Not for your black ass. Let me just put that out there. Blame Black Son for the reparations that we finna get ready to pay out to the hundreds of thousands of affected asylum seekers, American citizens that have been detained. Get ready. It's coming. Remember, I'm the political prophet amongst men. It's coming. Blame Black Son for your taxpayer dollars going toward reparations for the unconstitutionality of the representation of how this shit going on the border and with ICE. Just get ready for it. It's coming. But I mean, it's quite obvious that the border has been quote unquote closed. Like I said, take that with a grain of salt. But then you turn around and ask them, okay, when it comes to mass deportations, Biden has year over year deported more immigrants than Trump had. Year over year now. Keep that in mind, year over year. What you got to say about that? I mean, the numbers are there. It ain't like I'm pulling it out my ass. The numbers are there. You don't get any type of dialogue toward that. Me and you agree that a lot of these truck drivers out here don't need no CDL. Me and you both agree on that. Again, I have a solid foundation. Your basis just is put upon contrarianism, right? Quicksand. You can't put me into a Democratic box like it's impossible because I'm not a Democrat. I believe that the election was existential as far as not getting Trump ass in here. So I would have voted for a rock. I don't give a damn. Whoever gets Trump, that's who I'm voting for. Because I knew all this shit was coming. We had shows about these very things that are happening. This Iran shit was in Project 2025. I talked about it. And it's happening right now. Like, you can't make this shit up. Now you got niggas rationalizing it. Like I said the other day, if this was a Democrat going into Iran, this nigga Black Son would have had an aneurysm. That nigga would have passed out live on stream. Live. I would have said, somebody reach out 911. Black Son is on 285 somewhere, passed out in the truck. Get him some medical attention. That nigga would have lost it. But because it's political contrarianism, ultimately what it is, like I said yesterday, it's disgruntled socialist and democratic social. That's all MAGA is. MAGA is big government. We want the government to do anything opposite of what left-wing big government wants. That's all the shit is at the end of the day. These people ain't true Republicans. The ones that are true Republicans ain't with the shit. And the ones that's America first is leaving in droves. Shout out to Marjorie Taylor Greene. But when you don't have a solid foundation, you flail in trying to make an argument for something that you in particular don't even believe in. I'm not saying Black Sun didn't or isn't disappointed in the whole Iran situation. I'm not saying that. But you flailing on the shit that directly impacts you. The reason I know it directly impacts you is because you said the reason you wasn't voting for another person and you voting for this person based on that direct impact. And now it is what it is. You know, I don't like it, yeah, but hey, you know what I'm saying? It's either one or two things with MAGA Maniac. Better than Kamala or both parties are bad. It's one or the other. Basically negating any type of policy platform that the candidate they vote for had. Which leads me to believe that you're bullshitting at the end of the day. You're just talking out your ass. You're babbling. You're just babbling. You're playing ring around the Rosie, not giving a clear, concise, cut argument on your policy position. But when you do try to give a clear, concise, cut argument on your policy position, you contradict what you said before. Simple as that. And we all fall down, ring around the rosy. I mean, this shit ain't difficult to comprehend. One, lower my gas prices. Two, stop the war in Ukraine. Three, close the border, mass deportation. In baseball terms, Black Sun is .333 batting percentage right now. And like I said, his one hit is under review. It's under review. I just said yesterday, and like I said, we talking about something else tomorrow on TFE, but I get the article. Matter of fact, fuck it. I'm gonna get the article for tomorrow. Trump just told congressional Republicans to cease all conversation about mass deportations. Why did he do that? Somebody explain to me, why did he tell Republicans that? Why? Or is that fake news? Like, you can't write this shit no better, man. You can't write it. I mean, it's just as simple as that. I also said, who is the entity that is to be most beneficial in this conflict? And I explained it was Russia. Why? Because Russia has the resource of oil. And this is the dumbassery of the administration as a whole. Trump go in to Iran, try to give you the story of 2003 weapons of mass destruction. Goes into Iran to try to basically do the same decapitation strike he did in Venezuela, which in and of itself is stupid as hell. Takes out Khomeini. And then turn around and say, oh, we had some people in mind, but hell, we took them out too. My bad. To try to capitulate to Trump in order to get a piece of the pie when it comes to oil in Iran, solidifying the hegemony of the United States as a economic power via its petrodollar. Not taking into account, if this shit don't go as planned, now we got economic crisis all over the fucking world, in specific the Far East. who is supplied by Iranian oil. Iran is not letting nobody through Strait of Hormuz. They said not a drop of fucking Russian oil going through there. Here we have the major player in oil resources in the East, which is Russia, being the slick, conniving motherfuckers that they are, playing the diplomatic role to the point where dumbass Trump come out and say, hey, look, we're looking into lifting sanctions on Russian oil companies in order to quell some of the pressure economically on gas prices. He played right into the hand. See, me personally, I believe he Putin bitch anyway. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? But even if that's not the case, he played right into the hands of Vladimir Putin and the Russian war economy. Complete and utter dumbass, but that's who you voted for. That's who you voted for. So all I'm saying is this. I don't want to have to go around all the world. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to be put into a box in order to get an answer from a question that I ask. I want to have a linear discussion. One simple topic. Why is my diesel prices so fucking high? And does it fall along the lines of America First? I told you about Kill Baby Kill. And you laughed it off like it was no big deal. Like, this shit is insane. Only MAGA maniacs vote in stark contradiction of what they believe. Only MAGA maniacs do that shit. At least lefty loonies hold on to some type of standard. At least they do that. You know what I'm saying? And when I say lefty loonies, I'm talking about like the extreme left who trying to knock quote unquote establishment Democrats out the box. At least they stand on their principle. At the very least. MAGA don't got no principle, man. They just don't. The whole of 2025 and now the beginning of 2026 proves that point. And this was my whole argument in 2024. That's all I was saying. I'm not voting for this motherfucker because of what he did based upon how my principle view adheres to my foundation. You talk about a motherfucker that voted for Trump twice. That's me. At some point in time, I said, hey, look, man, like, what am I doing here? Let's reset. We got enough time for arguing after we knock his ass out the box. And that's why you got these people, Republicans against Trump, the bulwark. Now Marjorie Taylor Greene, even radical right-wing racist motherfuckers like Fuentes. What's the other guy's name? Shit, it ain't Tim Pool, it's the other guy. That's why you got these people. Because they're like, hold on, wait a minute, I didn't vote for this shit. You know? But those are people who stand on principle, if you agree with them or not. America First is the principle. Black Son don't believe in America First. Not the way I just heard him rationalize all the crazy shit that's going on right now. That's insane. again, I'm not saying that Black Sun is 100% for the war on Iran. I'm not saying that. I'm saying your rationale as to try to say that somehow what is directly impacting us is inconsequential to me and you, that shit is wild. That shit is wild. A fucking Mexican on the border ain't got shit to do with what I'm doing in my truck right now. These gas prices do. So the fact that you even asked me that question shows that I can only see your nose above the sand right now. And I can't risk going out there because then I'll be in the sand. Can't do it. So saying that, debating this nigga, I'm not trying to debate with you. I'm not trying to debate. I like debate, but I'm not trying to debate. I'm just trying to get a standard on what the focal point is regarding the way that you live your life as a Trump supporter. And this shit right now, over $700 to fill up this fucking tank. Well, these two tanks, I got a 100-gallon tank and an 80-gallon tank on the other side. It's going to directly affect me. That's just what the fuck it is. You can't rationalize it on one side when you condemned it on the other side. And even your rationale behind the condemnation on the other side was false in and of itself. We was in COVID. Russia-Ukraine happened in 2022. So a lot of that is based off a lie. At the end of the day, you're a liar. I can't put it more simpler than that. Just a liar. 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 So all throughout 2024, all throughout 2025, you told me those 3 points on why you voted for Trump. Ain't nothing multi-layered about none of that shit. Trump, low prices. Kamala, high prices. It's simple as that. Nothing multi-layered. Biden open borders. Trump closed borders, mass deportation. Ain't nothing multi-layered about that shit. Just told you Biden year over year deported more people than Trump has year over year. Just said that. I give you the border, but again, that's inconsequential to me and you. We live in Georgia, Negro. Trump stopping the war in Ukraine, America first. Now you got Ukrainians finna get ready to go over to the Gulf states to give them the game on how to stop the Shahed drones. Like, this shit is insane. Just come to reality, man. Ain't nobody asking you to stop believing in America first policies. Ain't nobody saying do that. Ain't nobody trying to, get you to distance from what you perceive your principles are. Just keep the shit real. Just keep it real. That's all. That's all. That's all I wanted to say, man. I mean, is it any point now for me to like ask the question again? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. And like I said, I don't know what he said past that because after he accused me of having a troll account, that pissed me off and I left. Me, the MD20, have a troll account? I'm the ultimate contrarian, remember? I take solace in going against niggas like right in front of their face. Why would I have a troll account? I don't need that. So I was pretty upset when he accused me of that. I was like, damn. That's fucked up. And then after I had commented on the video, because again, I didn't see the first video live. I commented on this shit after I watched it. And then you accuse me of having a fucking fake account. Get the fuck out of here. But again, that lets solid foundation, y'all. Just before that, he said, debating this nigga shit. If it is not, you know what I'm saying? But I get what he's saying. So it would be a contradiction for me to like make a fake account just to debate when I do the shit constantly on my real account. But I don't get it. And then I came in and did the shit on the second video. So you ought to be ashamed accusing me of some shit like that. Shame on you. MD, the ultimate contrarian. Hell, I'd make a counter position on some shit that I don't even believe, just for the love of the game. So, you know, there's that. I just want to come up here and say that, hey, look, tomorrow, Tate Fist Politics special report, the war in Iran. This ain't going to be a regular episode of TFP. We're going to deal with the war in Iran from start to finish. I believe it's important. We're going to deal with the military aspect. We're going to deal with the financial aspect, as well as the geopolitical aspect. What I mean by geopolitical? Who's in an advantageous position diplomatically? And I've already gave the answer. Who's in an advantageous position diplomatically to come out as the diplomatic victor, per se? Because I don't believe it's going to be a victor from a military standpoint. It's not. But I already gave you my answer. It's Russia. Now, there's some argument to be had that this was a play all along because, again, Trump is a Russian asset. That's just what it is. The PP tape is Occam's razor over Trump. That's just a fact. So we'll discuss all that tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, TFP special report, the war in Iran. But for the sake of the argument, I'm also going to deal with some of the points that a lot of MAGA maniacs had during the 2024 campaign and compare them to what's going on right now. You know, I ain't going to do it in full detail because we ain't going to have time for it. But it needs to be discussed. It needs to be discussed. I mean, that's just what it is. And I'm about to get ready to go through the forest, so I'm probably finna get ready to lose signal or whatever. So I just wanted to come up and say that, man. Like I said, it's no point of contention between dialogue. You know what I'm saying? I never made a point of contention. I just point out certain shit from a linear level and attack that. So it is what it is, man. Shout out for everybody coming through. I can click on comments and shit, man. You know, I'm riding down the road. You know, I don't want to get distracted or nothing. And look like one of the people that don't supposed to have CDLs out here. So shout out to everybody coming through, Twin, Ricardo, and everybody that's gonna watch later. Hey, I guess I'll see y'all tomorrow, I guess. Hell, somebody said that Black Song was live again. I'm scared to go up there. Because he don't have no good faith discussion with me. So I'm afraid. They already called me a troll and said I got a fake account. You know? So, you know, if you're going to put me in that box, man, I'd rather just let it alone. I'd rather just let it alone. I mean, that shit was appalling. He said, I'm like, what? You said I got a fucking fake account? Hold on, wait a minute. We can't move forward until we like resolve this. I only got 2 accounts. I got DMD20 and MD's War Room. That's it. So yeah, I felt some type of way when he said that, but it is what it is. Hey, I'll see y'all tomorrow night. TLP special report, the war on Iran. Peace.